Okay, we're back with another White Dwarf video, and this one is number 490. This is July 2023. I apologise for a bit of a glare from the light down the bottom. Can we move that? Yes, we can. Hope that's a bit better. A little bit dogged on the corner this time. Alright, let me adjust that just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, a little bit dogged from the mail. Yeah, we've got Leviathan, Terminator, and Tyranid, which is quite cool. We have some things on the inside which all come out. Here's everything. So we've got a quick start guide for Warhammer 40k, which is really cool. So very handy for a new edition. Got a bunker mission, and we'll look at them in a bit more detail. There's also a battle plan as well. Little paint recipe cards, which are normally quite handy. Some stuff for the bunker. And some stratagems. And again, we'll see what they're for later on. And then battle plan there for Warcry, I assume. We'll see what it is all about when we open up the magazine. Access granted. So yeah, we can access to the bunker. This is a new little section of White Dwarf. You've probably seen GW already talk about it. I'm still going to move up a little bit more. Well, there we go. Hopefully that's okay. I'm struggling to get everything in. White Dwarf contents. Of course, the bunker, and there's quite a lot of pages, as you can see, for the bunker. But before we get to that, we have contact. Little paint and question about a powered hand. Jade Talons. A really cool card scheme with Jade Talons. The star letter. Some kind of hunters. That's really cool. And the model of the month is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely love that. Skink Oracle. Got some Armiger Warclaves as well, which look very nice, very clean. A little bit of Aeronautica as well. White Dwarf needs you. Ask Grom Brindle. I keep meaning to send some stuff in, actually. Not like my stuff's that great, but you never know. Exploring the genesis of some of our greatest characters is in the world of Warhammer. I love the evolution of Ghazghkull. There's just something about the old classic miniatures I really love. But he's just so badass. I mean, there's such a massive miniature. It's just amazing. I remember when this one came out and just thought it was incredible because it was the size of one of the old dreadnoughts. And I thought, wow, man, it's puny compared to the latest one, which is just phenomenal. One of my favourite miniatures, actually. Got the Triumvirate of Uniad. Well, February 2017 that came out, so it's over 6 years, nearly 6.5 years since they came out. It's mad to think. And we can email them to let them know what you'd like to see in Worlds of Warhammer, which is quite cool. More retro stuff, definitely. So here we go, the bunker. The White Dwarf Bunker, the world's biggest and best Warhammer club. I'm not going to read about it at all, but I am going to go through what we've got. So we've got challenges, painting challenges, so you can send in painting challenges, which is really cool. So they've given you deadlines of when to send in stuff and when they will appear in the White Dwarf. So yeah, you got to do it way in advance. Really cool, and you can use the hashtag White Dwarf and Bunker to engage with other members around the world. Something to bear in mind. Yeah, really cool. Again, something I may try and do, but my stuff's not particularly brilliant. But you never know. I'll forget to do all this stuff anyway. Got a Patrol Combat League. And some bit about Warhammer Studios Combat Patrol League. Some of their little combat patrols. Which is really cool. Missions, so we've seen these on the cards. Got the battle plan as well for Age of Sigmar. And then we've got the Warcry stuff as well. Basic training, a tactical look at some new game mechanics. We have a little hobby hangout, painting ptarmigans and that. Painting the Tyrannus from Leviathan. We've got some alternative card schemes. Not being too critical, but this would have been really handy in last month's White Dwarf. I'm sure a lot of us have already decided on our colour schemes by now. I know I have. I've actually just been painting some just before I filmed this video as well. I really like the different bases as well. A little bit about using sprue rubble. Look. Oh, takes you back, doesn't it? Very cool. More of that. More of that. Satellite uplink. So rank and file units and club news from around the world. So I quite like this. They have a focus on a specific club bunker, and that's really cool. Showing off miniatures from different members of the club. That's just really nice. I really like that. And some of them are just absolutely stunning. I mean, well, they're all stunning really, but particularly I like the Gut Rivers. They're absolutely beautiful. The Ultramarines are just, well, it's all painted so fantastically, that'll be a hell of a club to be in. So now we go into 40k. Project X for Warhammer team talk us through some of the big changes in the new edition of the game. So obviously data sheets being a big one. So yeah, lots to read about there if you want to get all into the new edition. If you don't already know the new rules, of course. Again, probably something that would have been good in the last one. It feels like these are coming out sort of after, when maybe it'd be good to do them before as a preview. I don't know. We've got these sort of little pamphlet things. Tyrannic Wars. Leviathan, so some designer's notes. Beautiful miniatures. What can you say about them? And of course the knits as well. Honestly, I really had no intention of doing much with the Tyranids. I was thinking of selling them, but yeah, now after seeing the reveals what came out today, and I've started painting some, seem to be getting into the Tyranids. Just not good. I don't need any more armies. But there you go. First contact. So we have a battle report using the contents of Leviathan. And here's a board, and I like how they've marked out the deployment areas as well. Very cool. Now, as always with battle reports, I don't want to give the result away, so I skip it. If I can find the start of the next section, which is here. Age of Sigmar, Tale of Four Warlords. So yeah, we saw the new Warlords for 40k, now we're going to meet the ones for Age of Sigmar. So we've got a really interestingly painted Chaos Warriors army, or Slaves to Darkness I should say. Some sort of blue with some green in there, and really cool, very different. And with the ice theme, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Got some Angels. I really like that colour scheme. That's fantastic. And we've got some Soulblight Gravelords. I love that. That's fantastic. Did we see that before? I can't remember, but really cool. I've got an idea of what to use that miniature on for a conversion as well, which I'm going to do at some point soon. And then we have the Gloomspite Gits as well. So hopefully we'll see lots of squeeze. Arcana, treatise on the nature and origins of the deities of the realms. Really cool. Lovely piece of artwork there. So well worth a read. Now we have a little bit about Sylvaneth, so modern and painting inspiration for the armies of Immortal Realms. In this issue, the Children of Alariel. This is really cool, actually. There's some beautiful, beautiful miniatures in this section. Some lovely colour schemes. Just gorgeous. I mean, I love how the pink really pops. I think with Sylvaneth, having that sort of secondary colour which really jumps out seems to work really well for them. Probably more so than a lot of armies. Really like the Nile Route by Matt Hudson. I swear, like... Oh, I didn't turn that down. I swear, like, Matt Hudson just must have painted almost every miniature going, I swear. When you look at the bunker at the end of the White Dwarf in the studio, sorry, at the end of each White Dwarf, he's always got loads of miniatures in there. And they're all beautiful. So a couple more there. Really nice card schemes. I love seeing the different card schemes. I mean, that Lariel, that beetle just looks amazing. I really like what we've got going on here. They're like riding on something. That's quite cool. I'm not going to get my head in close to have a look for what they've converted it on, but I'll have a look at them later. It's very, very cool. I like that. And I love these for Phoenix Bark. So cool. So different to what you'd expect Sylvaneth. You think more foresty themes in there, but to have a sort of fire and lava theme, like the burnt charred wood. That's so clever. Big fan of that. So glory points, pairing rival decks with Gnarlwood. Warbands. So yeah, I know so little about that game and the deck building, so I can't really offer any insight. Great Storm, Part 4 of this series. Looking at another awesome little warband for Necromunda. These are so cool as well. Really like them. And I love how I apologize, my phone just wants to get notifications while I'm filming. I should have turned that down. Never mind, we're at the end nearly. That's really cool. Forgebold. Fans flock to the terraces, pundits make their predictions, and officials get ready to accept their bribes. For the latest season of Forgebold gets underway. Jay Clare is here to tell us more. It's another game I don't play, so I'm sorry I can't offer much insight, but there you go. I just like looking at all the pretty miniatures. Final part of the Grombrindle serial. So I'll skip through. I haven't actually read this one, so I'll have to make sure I do. And then inside the studio, so we have some pictures from some Age of Sigmar games there. We've got some Khorne and some Krill Boys. Got some Space Marines here. Little bits sort of talking about them, giving some information about them. And some really cool Leagues of Votann by Matt Hudson, of course. Paints everything. And yeah, lastly we have these Kraken Blades by Lyle. And they are just awesome. Like, such a cool colour scheme. And yeah, I really like the white on the shields actually. I thought it worked quite well. So yeah, next issue more from the bunker, so that tells us absolutely nothing. But these don't really tell us much these days. I remember in the old days, like when the next what's coming in the next issue would be like what the next big release is, because they used to release stuff monthly. So and like that, get you all excited for that. But that just doesn't really happen these days. Well, the weekly release schedule is anything to be scoffed at. Stuff's coming out thick and fast though, as always. So yeah, that was White Dwarf 490. And yeah, first of a bunker, and that seems quite promising. So it'll be interesting to see what we get in future issues. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I don't like thumbs down the video because you don't like the White Dwarf. We get more thumbs down on these videos than any other videos. And I think a lot of it's because people just don't like the magazine. That's not really our fault. Or maybe this format's crap. And if you think that, then let me know in the comments. And, you know, I'll try and do something about it. But it's what it is. I'm just looking for a White Dwarf. and I'm rambling. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.